Let's just put the numbers out there because Mayank is also standing by to break down the D-Dynamics numbers with us. So D-Dynamics, ladies and gentlemen, 371 for the NDA, 125 for the India Alliance, 47 for the others. P-Mark says 359 for the NDA, 154 for the India Alliance, and 30 for the others. TV5 Telugu is exactly the same, which is what they're carrying. Jan Ki Baat is saying 377 for the NDA, 151 for the India Alliance, and only 15 for the others. And of course, the average of this is 366 for the NDA, including the BJP, 146 for the India Alliance, and 31 for the others. I just wanted to inject that figure for your conversation with the carrier.
Yes, absolutely. We have the numbers there on our screens now. The poll of polls, of course, has been put out by us. The D-Dynamics findings, you can, of course, see that we put out P-Mark, TV5 Telugu, Jan Ki Baat. But we're getting a sense now, Rahul Ishwar, a trend is emerging in these various surveys and opinion polls and exit poll projections that are coming out, where clearly a third term for Narendra Modi is being projected and predicted, Rahul. And it's being predicted in a very, very comfortable manner with an over 350 seat projection in all these four polls that we put out on our screens for the NDA.
Absolutely. See, perhaps after independence, after the days of Mahatma Gandhi, Modi ji is one of the most pan-Indian leader with acceptability across the board. Even many of the exit polls are giving good chances or at least significant increase in vote percentage for BJP, including spaces like Kerala, my home state. See, this is because of Moditwa. Let us be honest about it. BJP, there is a traction. National Party is there. RSS, Sangh cadres definitely is there. Their ecosystem is there. But brand Modi, he seems to be absolutely unbeatable at this point of time. And Modi ji has that credibility. He has that speed. He has that energy in him, and people seems to trust him. I mean, that's the victory of Moditwa. So definitely there's a huge, the third time mandate for Narendra Modi ji, if these numbers hold true, are going to be great. Some surprising results are from spaces like Karnataka or Kerala or South, where BJP is significantly either holding in Karnataka or increasing the space in South India too. So, it seems like more of a last time 2019 performance or even slightly better than that. That means this is a vote for Modi ji. It was more of a presidential kind of an election with people attacking Modi ji from the other side and Modi ji ka guarantee or Modi ka guarantee kind of from this side.
So you believe that was a drawback for the opposition? The fact that it became Modi versus question mark. Modi versus who, and there was no answer. Who was on the other side?
Absolutely, yes. That's the reason why when you look regionally, for example, a space like Karnataka, where there are strong local leaders, they won nearly 130 seats. The Congress won 130 seats in Karnataka.
I will also be going across to Mayank Singh of D-Dynamics in just a second, but let me get a quick reaction before I get in Mayank from Nikhil Jain, political analyst who's also joined us. Let's get his quick reaction to the projection, the findings of the NewsX D-Dynamics exit polls, and also some other numbers now that we're beginning to get from other agencies. Nikhil, the trend is pretty clear. Do you agree with it, or are you surprised?
Well, frankly, I don't agree with the numbers being put out on screen. I've given my numbers on NewsX earlier also. I strongly believe that the BJP is going to rest at 220 to 240 and the India Alliance about 250. There are always, when we talk about exit polls, time and again, the most credible of exit polls have been wrong for a number of different reasons. One thing that's been said in this election is two things. One, that there was no strong Modi wave, and two, there was an undercurrent. In light of these two factors, I don't understand how can the BJP go beyond the tally that it had in 2014 or in 2019. I think let's wait for the 4th of June for the actual results to come in.
Okay, let me quickly get in Mayank Singh of D-Dynamics now. Mayank, I would like you to just quickly, come in here on, of course, the methodology of your survey and, of course, also how you went about coming to this final figure for the BJP, for the NDA, for the Congress, and also for the opposition alliance. Mayank, over to you. Help break it down for us.
See, we started collecting the samples for exit polls from the first phase of elections only. So the methodology was a little different from other exit polls. So maybe that's why you were you would be surprised to see the figure. Even if you compare it to some other agencies, the figures are entirely different. The reason being is we started our survey as soon as the election ended. So, and the kind of survey that we did was entirely different. Mostly people do random surveys. They take their phones along or recording devices along. So this time we kept this thing in mind that we are not going to take any kind of recording devices, and we preferred speaking to people without any devices, without any recording machines. So that was one thing that we did, and maybe that is like one of the pilot projects we can say that we have done it. How, like suppose in Delhi, I'll give you one example. In Delhi, after this election concluded, we came out with an idea of distributing two candidates. One of the Aam Aadmi Party, suppose like in East Delhi, we did one for Aam Aadmi Party, we made one play card for Aam Aadmi Party, and we made one play card for BJP, and we didn't ask any question. The idea was just to select either of those play cards. So that was like a quick survey wherein the people, the respondent, they were not asked any questions from our surveyors. So that was one thing that saved a lot of time. And then we started doing survey with different ideas. The idea was to collect data from each and every section of the society. So how we distributed section, as in we collected 10% data from the first time voters, we collected 10% data from middle-aged voters, we collected 10% 10% sample from SC/ST voters.
Yes.
And that's how the entire survey concluded.
Okay, so long exercise, of course, very interesting methodology, as you were just telling us, of actually conducting these surveys and speaking to people. What do you believe was the sample size?
It was 650 per Lok Sabha.
Okay, 650 per Lok Sabha spread across all the 7 phases.
Right.
Now just tell us through, the findings. What possibly surprised you? What trend was very clear from the state-by-state responses that you got, which finally led to, of course, this figure for the NDA and for the India Alliance?
See, first thing first, I would say BJP, they are making inroads in the southern part of the country. When we started with Kerala, so Kerala...
Yes, because what your projections are very interesting. 2 seats for BJP in Tamil Nadu, which is huge, and 2 seats for BJP in Kerala, which is also huge. Do we know which these seats are, or are you going to tell that perhaps tomorrow or day after to us?
We can do that now also. So, but I'll give you an idea. Like Thrissur is one seat in Kerala, wherein one actor, BJP candidate who is an actor, Mr. Gobi, who is contesting there. So Thrissur is one seat, and one seat that from Kerala, that is like Thiruvananthapuram. So wherein Mr. Tharoor is also there. So that particular seat, and we as per our survey, we are giving 2 seats from Kerala, and that one is Thrissur and one is Trivandrum. Wherein Tamil Nadu, there were total...
I think Thrissur is the seat that Rahul Ishwar was also referring to earlier. Suresh Gopi's seat. Is that correct, Rahul? Rahul?
Yes, absolutely. Rajiv Chandrasekharji from Trivandrum and Suresh Gopi from Thrissur stands the best chance, followed by Palakkad and Pathanamthitta. That may be close.
Okay. Yes, Mike, back to you.
Yeah, then we started doing for Tamil Nadu. So Tamil Nadu, one seat is there, that is Coimbatore. And apart from that, if you'll see the number of visits that PM has made in the past in Tamil Nadu, like when we were there on the ninth week of this year, I mean, by then PM had made somewhere around 13 visits. So that was one of the most targeted state of BJP for this election, along with Kerala and West Bengal. So in West Bengal also, we'll see BJP will increase their vote share in West Bengal, BJP will increase their vote share in Kerala as well as in Tamil Nadu. In Tamil Nadu, we can see jump of BJP vote share would be around 21 to 22%. That is huge and massive. Wherein in Kerala, the vote share would be somewhere around, in Tamil Nadu, the vote share would be around 14%, and in Kerala, the vote share is around 21 to 23%. That is massive. And again, talking about vote share, we are seeing an increase in vote share in Telangana as well as in Andhra Pradesh, in West Bengal, and in Punjab, surprisingly. So these are the states wherein we can see BJP is making
Punjab,
huge...
it's quite interesting that you say that, and you've also added surprisingly, because this was a strategy of the BJP to go it alone for long-term gains. But do you believe these gains could also convert into seats even in this election?
not there in Punjab, not in Telangana, not in Andhra Pradesh. The kind of vote share what we are seeing, that way, if you will compare, then we are not seeing those vote share turning to seats.
Yeah.
But in West Bengal, yes. In Tamil Nadu, yes. And in Kerala also 2 seats is not a bad bet for BJP there.
Absolutely. Maharashtra and Bihar now. I want you to just talk about those 2 states, Mayank, because those were being looked at very, very cautiously because of the kind of swings we've seen in these 5 years, with both the Shiv Sena and the NCP splitting in Maharashtra, and also the flip-flop of Nitish Kumar in Bihar, which is why these 2 states were being looked at very optimistically by the opposition. What trends did you see in these 2 states, Mac?
I would like to state that Maharashtra was like one of the toughest region for us to conduct the surveys, because people over there, the respondents, and they were like very confused.
Okay, I just want to add quickly, Mayank, before I come back to you, we've got one more poll, just quickly putting out the findings there. The CDS poll is also out. What is the CDS poll predicting? Well, it's projecting 360 for NDA, 161 for India Alliance, and 22 at others. So now the average comes to about 365 for NDA, 149 for the India Alliance, and 29 for others. So that's the finding right now. The trend pretty clear. We're going to be putting out more and more agency surveys as we continue. But Mayank, back to you on Bihar and Maharashtra.
Yeah, Maharashtra was one of the toughest regions for us to conduct the survey, because most of the respondents, they were not aware of the party symbol. So the lack of knowledge as in regards to the party symbol plays a very important role, that you will see. Because most of the people, they don't understand like where is Shiv Sena, what is the party symbol of new Shiv Sena, and what is the party symbol of the old Shiv Sena. That is a major reason why you'll see most of the respondents voting somewhere else and thinking of something else. Wherein in Bihar, it was like when we went on the ground, the result were little fascinating, because most of the seats in Bihar were based on religion and caste. So that way we used to pick certain caste for our set of questionnaire that we used to ask, and as per our results from the questionnaire, we tried to evaluate the seats that we have got. We didn't ask exactly like where Rajputs are voting, where SC, STs are voting. So that was like a very uphill task for us in both the states, in Maharashtra as well as in Bihar.
What about Uttar Pradesh and Karnataka? Again, these are 2 states where the opposition was hoping to gain. UP, because of the alliance between SP and Congress, again, the caste consolidation happening as well, but we don't quite see it in your poll projection. Also, Karnataka, the government in the state did change from the BJP to the Congress, but still no sweep for the Congress in the Lok Sabha. What explains this, Mac? Both UP and Karnataka.
Yeah, in Karnataka, we have seen gender polarization. Like women voters were mostly for Congress, and men voters, they were mostly for BJP. This thing was even evident in Andhra Pradesh. When we were talking to few respondents in Andhra Pradesh, women voters were in favor of YSRCP, wherein the men voters, they were not in favor of. So I don't know how this gender polarization happened. The same thing happened in Karnataka, wherein Uttar Pradesh people were, see, Ram Mandir wave is there in Uttar Pradesh. That is evident even in our data. So Ram Mandir and Yogi was the most important factor, wherein people in Uttar Pradesh, they were vouching for Yogi, and that is the reason why we have seen somewhere around 65 to 66 seats in Uttar Pradesh alone.
Yeah, okay. Let's talk a bit about Andhra Pradesh and Orissa, because these 2 states have also seen swings. Now, I don't know whether that will also happen in Vidhan Sabha or not, because sometimes people vote differently in the state and the center. But as far as your projection of the exit poll is concerned, of the D-Dynamics NewsX exit poll is concerned, you're clearly projecting a swing away from the BJD towards the BJP in Orissa, and a swing away from the YSRCP to the NDA combine of the BJP, TDP and Janasena in Andhra.
So because these are the 2 states wherein simultaneously the Vidhan Sabha is happening. So we have seen this pattern and trends, like in 2014 Sikkim. I mean, the party that won Vidhan Sabha was like winning one seat there in Lok Sabha. Same goes for Orissa in 2014 and 2019. Same goes for Andhra Pradesh in 2014 and 2019. So same way, if we see, let's start with Odisha. Even in Odisha, we'll see that in the Vidhan Sabha election, we can see the number of seats that BJP is getting is way more than the other party, BJD. Wherein in Andhra Pradesh, we can see the same results. YSRCP is like, if we'll talk about state-wise data, then they are getting somewhere around 7 to 8 seats, wherein the rest of the seats are for TDP and JDS. So there we can see like most of the respondents were in favor, like I said, the women respondents, they were in favor of the current incumbent government, wherein the men voters, they are not in favor of that incumbent government.
Right. Also, one question very quickly on West Bengal, because again, West Bengal is a very, very interesting state, and the BJP is also pretty optimistic about West Bengal to make up their gains in this state from losses in potentially a couple of other states. West Bengal, what were the main trends that you saw and your team saw, ma'am?
The trends were a little different before this Sandesh Khali event, because we think that Sandesh Khali was one major event that turned the entire tide over there, and along with that, CAA is a
just correcting myself. It's not the CDS exit poll, but the CGS exit poll that we had just put out. Yes, ma'am, go ahead.
Yeah, along with Sandesh Khali, CAA was one of the major reasons there, wherein BJP, I mean, we can see most of the seats going to BJP. So CAA is one reason, Sandesh Khali is one reason, I mean, wherein we can see most of the respondents, the Bhadralok, which initially were with TMC, is now drifting away from TMC towards BJP. That is quite evident in the data. If you'll see seat-wise data, if you'll see, then you'll see mostly the greater Kolkata region stays with TMC. Otherwise, the rest of the
so
states,
BJP not being able to breach that bastion just
no,
yet?
no. As per our data, still the greater Kolkata region stays with TMC. Apart from that, BJP is making inroads there, even in eastern Kolkata, but they are not converting it into seats.
Okay. Now, just the two states where you have projected losses for the BJP. Now, these are Rajasthan and Haryana, where you're projecting that the BJP will go down to 20 in Rajasthan and 7 in Haryana. These were clean sweeps last time around. What is leading to this swing away to the Congress?
Seat selection and candidate selection, I think one candidate from BJP, he was not given any that ticket, so that is also a reason. And one candidate, I mean, which raised eyebrows everywhere in social media, Ravinder Singh Bhati. He is from, as per our survey, he is making one seat difficult for BJP.
Barmer.
Yeah, that seat is like one seat we are giving to that particular candidate. Apart from that, Haryana, we have seen like different set of people from different societies. Like Rajputs, they were not happy with BJP. Jat voters, they were not happy with BJP. So these things are turning into the seats. We can see like 4 seats we are not giving to BJP. Like 6 seats are there for BJP in Haryana. So the reason is most of the people there who has switched sides, they are giving a little dent to BJP, and that we can say that in even in Uttar Pradesh, like one thing we have seen, there were faces that has given more than 5 lakhs difference. The vote share difference between BJP and Congress was somewhere around 5 lakh.
Yeah.
In Muzaffarpur, there is one candidate who had given huge margin last time, but he was denied tickets. So the distribution of the ticket is also one factor for BJP.
Okay. One last question to you before I go back to our panel for reactions to your statements on the methodology and the findings that you found. Your big national trend that you have seen emerging, man. You've carried out this mammoth exercise of the exit poll. We've put out your numbers on our screen. It's quite interesting that you're actually the exit poll that's predicting the lowest numbers so far for the NDA alliance at 125. And on the higher side for the NDA, you're 371, Jan Ki Baat is 377. The others are slightly lesser. So it's quite interesting that trend is evident in your projections. What is the big national trends that you saw that have emerged in this election which could determine its outcome? Matt.
See, when we were there on the ground, there were two things that we kept in our mind. Whether people have anger in them, so, you know, against the party or the leader. So, disappointment is there for the leader, but disappointment is there for Narendra Modi. But that is not widespread anger. They don't have widespread anger against Modi or BJP. There is no significant anger we can see. In the same time, we have asked for the clamor for a party or a leader, or clamor for an alternative, or we can say. So, concluding everything, we can say that in our survey, there is this particular victory for BJP is not victory for BJP.
Yes.
It is a victory that is due to lack of an alternative, we can see. So, people are there who are seeing that BJP is not, I mean, making their life happy, but just because the lack of alternative is there on the ground. So, there were few respondents who said, "Agar BJP nahi to fir kaun?" BJP, most of the respondents, they were not happy with BJP, but it doesn't mean they were angry with BJP. So, like during the elections, we saw that India Alliance's people, they said that people are not happy. That is one point, people are not happy with BJP, but that is not changing their perception.
Very interesting. Very, very interesting analysis, given to us by Mayank on, his findings, of course, state by state, and also these trends that have emerged. It's been a mammoth exercise, but fascinating to hear, Mayank, how you and your team at D-Dynamics actually carried this out and actually have got us this exit poll. And as you're saying, it's a very unique model that you found as well. Quick reactions to what you were saying. I think SK Datta wanted to come in, and then we get in Priya as well. Yes.
Okay. Well, coming over to Bengal itself, in the greater Kolkata region, Damdam is a seat which BJP will win. Uttar Kolkata BJP is going to win this time. And together with that, Howrah and Hooghly are other two seats in the greater Calcutta region, which BJP will be winning this time. In terms of vote share, last time BJP had polled 40.7% votes in Bengal. This time I see BJP increasing its vote share by another 2.5% to 3%, which means around 43 to 44%. TMC will be down by 3% vote share, and that would make TMC somewhere between 39 to 40%. Coming to Haryana, in Haryana, Congress is in competition in two seats. One is Rohtak, the other one is Sonipat. There it's going to be a tough fight between BJP and Congress, but it is going to be a very close fight.
Perhaps Sirsa as well.
Well, Sirsa, I do not consider Sirsa that much. I consider Sonipat and Rohtak, but I think BJP will win these two seats also by whisker. Or Congress might win by whisker. And having said that, coming over to Orissa and Andhra Pradesh, Congress will not get a single seat in Orissa or in Andhra Pradesh.
Yes.
So that's something which is going to be a big takeaway for the elections, and BJP will be, will be getting in quite a few number of seats in Orissa as well as in Andhra Pradesh.
Okay. Yes, Priya.
At the outset, I am a little surprised at the numbers, especially for the South, because I had been to Kerala myself, and what I saw, yes, there was, I think in terms of vote share, especially Thiruvananthapuram, Rajiv Chandrasekhar did fight a good fight in the urban areas. There was a lot of talk about jobs and what all, he could bring in, keeping his bench strengths in mind. But 2 seats for the BJP in Kerala, I am a little surprised, but, I'll go with the numbers. What is surprising for me is Bihar. Nitish Kumar getting more than Tejasvi Yadav. On ground, from what we are hearing, I haven't been there, so I'm hearing from second-hand reports, is that there is a lot of fatigue and a lot of disillusionment with Nitish Kumar, and that's gone in Tejasvi Yadav's favor. We saw the crowds at the rally. We saw a lot of, fervor and the issues that he picked up, and people are also looking at him as a future leader of the state. I know you vote differently in state and in central elections, but having said that, Nitish Kumar getting so many seats and Tejasvi Yadav getting so little is somewhat surprising for me. Himachal, again, even I think you've been there also. I would put the figure for 2 each for BJP and the Congress. I'm also a little, my figures are a little different in all the seats. Delhi also, I was not expecting the sweep for the BJP. What remains is what, we were told that there was a voter anger. There was no, there was slight anger, and there was, Modi against whom? Who is going to be the face of the opposition? I did not hear that much of that. I did hear disappointment or fatigue with Modi, that this thing, and there were issues like paper leak, Agniveer, etc., etc. There was the opposition not reaping it in, but it was more a issue based than a personality. There was the dominant theme that Modi had. Modi is the winning card, but the opposition made it a huge thing not to make it a Modi versus whom campaign. And it was more, I think it was more a collection of states rather than a central election, as it was in 2019. That wave that was there in every state. That I did not see, but these numbers, of course, show a huge wave. So it's very interesting.
Okay, 30 seconds, Nikhil Jain, and then I had to take a very short break.
I largely agree with the analysis given by Priya that this was a very localized election. Rahul Kaswan, the candidate from Churu, that who was earlier with the BJP and now was with the Congress. You look at the campaign that he ran, it was primarily about the local issues. Same for all the other states, same for most other states, most other places. And I completely agree that this was not a Modi wave election. This was not a Modi versus who battle. It was primarily on issues, and issues. Unemployment was the biggest issue, which is why for me as well, these numbers are very shocking and surprising. And,
Okay, well, but that's natural. Everyone has their own numbers, but the exit polls are out. We're also putting out the poll of polls for you. We'll have more panelists joining us, but taking a very short break at this point. We're back on the other side with lots more analysis. As I said earlier, we're going to be getting you every single number out there. So stay tuned to NewsX, your one-stop shop for all the best election coverage today on the final day of the final phase of the Lok Sabha elections.